Problem number 2 now. So let's read the problem. Each of these terms in the Fibonacci sequence generated by adding previous two sequence numbers. So that's the Fibonacci number sequence. It starts with 1 and 2. That means the first Fibonacci number is 1, second one is 2, and then it will be 3, 5, etc. like the series as you can see. So by considering the term of Fibonacci sequence whose values do not exceed 4 million, find the sum of the even valued number. Sum of the even valued terms. Basically, we'll have to keep generating the Fibonacci sequence whose value is less than 4 million and then take the even numbered terms and do the sum of it. That's the problem. Okay, so let's try that. So let's see problem number 2. I'll make it marked down. Okay. So to solve this problem, I think the first thing we have to do is we have to create a function which generates the Fibonacci sequence. Okay. So let's define a function. Let's say define a function Fibonacci. Let's say it takes a number num. But you know, if num is equal to 1, it says the first number is equal to, if number is Fibonacci of 1 is 1 and Fibonacci of 2 should be 2. Or we say if num equal to 2, then we just return number. Okay. Else, what do you want to do? Else is, let's call this function recursively. Else it should be number minus 1, Fibonacci minus 1, because it is the sum of previous two numbers. So then, okay, not else, it should be return Fibonacci number 1 plus Fibonacci number minus 2. Okay, and yeah, that should do our job, I believe. Okay, let's try that. If, okay, this would be if here. Okay, let's test it. Let's say I try Fibonacci number 3 is 3, 5, 8. So basically, if you want to match the sequence, if you see the first 10 terms, okay, let's try to print the first 10 terms. For I in range 10, okay, let me just zoom in. So for I in range 10, what do you want to do? We want to print Fibonacci number I. Okay, I shouldn't start with 0, it should start with 1. Okay, I have to go one more. So you see 1, 2, 3, 5, 89. Yes, it's matching. Now what we need to do is we need to basically create the Fibonacci number up to 4 million and then sum it. Okay, sum it if the number is divisible by 2. So what we can do is we just okay, let's comment that out. So what we can do, let's say I try with a number, Fibonacci number starts with 1, let's say. Now what I do is, let's say, okay, so let's say Fibonacci number, this is going to be the number that's returned by Fibonacci function. Let's make this as 0. Then let's say I start with start from 2, because anyway we know 1 or 2 is not required. Then we want to calculate the sum. Okay, let's say sum is equal to 0. Okay, and this is the placeholder for the Fibonacci number that's getting generated, initialization. So let's just create a while loop. While number, which will be the Fibonacci number, is less than or equal to 4 million, which is 4,000 another 30, like that. You can use underscore. Now let's say so we want to create this number is generated by our Fibonacci function. So we want to start with I. Okay, then what we want to do, we want to increment I want to increment I. Then what we want to do is, if the number generated by the Fibonacci series number is divided by 2, that means this. Then we want to increment the sum by this number. Okay, and finally I think that should do our job. Finally we'll do print print sum. Okay, so this should be sm plus sum. So finally we want to print sum. Let's try to run this. Okay, we got the results. So if we look at the results, let's see if this results is correct or wrong. 4613732. Let's check. Yeah, it did work. Alright, so that's it coming up for the problem number 3. Thanks for watching.